You know what the craziest thing to me is? Breakups. Breakups are like the hardest fucking thing. Like, I mean, seriously. Like, as far as, I mean, like, funerals really suck. You know, getting maimed or injured really sucks. Losing your job sucks. And yet, of all those things, aside from like maybe the death of a parent or sibling, I feel like breakups are like one of the hardest things to go through. And if you think about it, it's actually kind of funny that's so hard. Because I mean, if you look at the positive sides of it, there's actually a whole lot of benefits. You get to hang out with other people. You get to tell all your favorite stories about yourself again for the first time. And in some cases, it could have been years since you got a chance to tell those stories to fresh ears. Because, like, granted, when you make new friends, you can sort of tell those stories, but those people aren't infatuated with you the way that, a girl is when you're a single guy. Like, oh my God, that's so interesting. You used to sell cars? You wrote bank loans? Oh my God, what was that like? I mean, that is the biggest ego boost ever. Whereas, you tell that story to like some other dude, it's like, wow, dude, yeah, those car salesmen, man, they're real pieces of shit. That's crazy. Those stories are hilarious. But I mean, really think about the implications of what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it that way, what could be better for that situation than a breakup? Because otherwise, you're really not going to get a chance on those kinds of stories. So you're hanging out with other people again. That part's pretty cool. You got time to focus on the things you want to do. So whether that's swiping right on Tinder or making a podcast, maybe your drawing has suffered. Maybe you start to do that again. Or maybe it's time to just do an old over the cartridges from your old NES and bust out some old video games. Maybe fire up the PlayStation for a little bit. Do another speed run on Sly Cooper like it's freaking 2008. I mean, there's all kinds of things. All kinds of things you can never get without a breakup. And yet it is still one of the hardest things. And I'd love to sit here and segue, make some jokes about, about the stereotypical breakup stuff that I didn't have to deal with the last time I went through a breakup. You running into an ex on Tinder, some shit like that. I mean, who could have prepared themselves for this these days? You just don't know. You never know. It's a weird world. But I guess the reason why breakups suck, like the real reason why, is because if you're making healthy relationships with new friends, you can still tell those stories. You can still have new people to hang out with. There's still some fresh energy. Breakups really suck when you're spending all of your time with just one person, and then it is like a funeral. It is like part of you died. And that sucks. We're going to move away from the depressing place. But, I just thought I'd maybe get to share some of this with you. I would love if, you guys that have me on Facebook or Instagram, which I imagine is all of you, considering nobody actually listens to this shit. If you would love to send me a little message, a little DM, maybe about a breakup story, whether it's a happy one or a sad one, or maybe a fucking hilarious one. Any of those would be great. I might actually have some interesting content to share. I might be able to provide a secondary perspective to my very singular perspective. So yeah, just go ahead, type that on out and send it on over to me. Or hey, maybe we could even record an episode together if you think it's fucking hilarious. Let's show it to everyone.